Ya'amod Aliyah Rishon, Ya'amod Shmuel David Yasmin. For the honor of the first Aliyah this morning, I'd like to invite up Scott and Jennifer Neal. Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher barakanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Yaakov al lavan haba et ishti hi ma'u yamai v'arava elecha v'yasov lavan et kol hanshei hamakom v'ya'as mishte v'yahi v'yarev v'yikach et leah b'to v'yavei ota elav v'yavo elecha.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu et Torah hamet v'hayeh olam v'tam v'torkeinu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yes, you 13-year-old boys are so difficult sometimes. Ya'amdu Aliyah Sheni, Ya'amdu Nachum Yoel Daniela Miriam. For the honor of the second Aliyah this morning, I'd like to invite up Donna and Norman Neal. Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher baraka banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayikain lavan la et zilpah shivakato leleah bito shivaka vayahi vayoker vayhine hi leah vayomer al lavan mazot asita li halo varachel abedeti ima vayolamar rimitani vayomer lavan la yaaseh khan imekumanu Utate Hatzira Livnei Habekera.
Amen. Ya'amod Aliyah Shlishi, Ya'amod Mordechai Shalom ben Nachum Yoel ben Daniela Miriam. For the honor of the third Aliyah, for the honor of a bar mitzvah, Josh Benia. Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher baraka banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Shiva Zot As Venina Lecha Gam Et Zot Va'avodah Asher Ta'avod Imodi Od Shiva Shanim Acher Vayas Yaakov Han Vayamale Shiva Zot Vayitain Lo Et Rachel Bito Lo Lesha Vayitain Lecha Lavan La Rachel Bito Et Bilacha Shifechato Lo Lashifecha Vayavo Gam El Rachel Vayaha Gam Et Rachel Nihaya Vayavo Imo Od Shiva Shanim Achero. Baruch atah Elohim melech haolam, asher natan Torah emet, v'hiyeh olam atah b'keinu, Baruch atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen. Deep breath. You did beautifully. That was wonderful. Okay. Just stand there. With the Torah out, in the back of your Siddurim, there should be the Mishavera prayer, a prayer for healing, for completeness. I will come around, and as I do, if you'd like to say the name of someone who, a friend, a congregant, a family member who might be ill or laying on a bed of illness, or whose soul might be in turmoil, and you'd like to say their name out loud, please do so. If you'd like to hold their name in your heart, God will hear it very soon.
7 years for Rich are worth it? Probably not. I think I would probably only work for 2 years. However, there are some things that are worth waiting and working for. For instance, I would like to be a film editor. And so I asked my parents to buy me a laptop and special software. My parents did not just buy it for me because they said if I wanted it, that I would need to save up and buy it for myself. So I saved for a long time, and this past August, I was able to buy one. I had been saving for 2 years, but it was worth it. Last year, when I was in 6th grade and just started middle school, I had a hard time remembering to turn in work, and my grades were not so good. I was able to earn some money by raising my grades from C's to A's and B's. After the first quarter, my parents said that because I was not doing my best, the consequences were that they would cut my allowance in half. As an incentive, if my grades improved the next quarter, which meant no C's, they would give back the portion of my allowance that they took from me, and also double it. However, if my grades did not improve, then I would lose that money forever. I was not happy about this. In fact, I was very angry. But afterwards, I realized that just maybe my parents had my best interest at heart. I suppose my grades didn't need to improve, and I didn't need to be more organized than my working did. Leah and Rachel's father, Laban, of the Assembly of God's daughters. He had their best interests at heart. It was not the custom in their land to marry out the younger sister first, so we tricked Jacob into marrying Leah. Was Jacob angry? Probably, but I think in the end, Jacob felt that maybe it wasn't so bad to be married to Leah. And in the end, he buried Leah in the same cave as his own, while Rachel's grave was alongside the road somewhere. My parents are also devoted to my sister and me, although there are times that I may disagree with them. I never wanted to play sports, and my mom would always ask, do you want to play baseball? Do you want to play football? And I would always say no. So when I was in 5th grade, my parents signed me up to play football, pretty much without agreement. I had to stop eating junk food, and I had to practice 3 times a week for 2 hours. Sometimes in the blazing sun, pouring rain, and freezing cold. I'm sure that you can tell this was not exactly my idea of fun. I had to make a certain weight in order to be able to play, and altogether I lost 15 pounds. I no longer play football, but I do eat a much healthier diet now than I did before. That year, my team, the Monterey Bulldogs, won the Super Bowl, and it was really cool. Looking back, all the things I learned and the chance to be a Super Bowl champion made it worth it. My parents also signed me up for basketball last time, and now I am glad they did because I would have never known how much I liked basketball if I had not tried it. Although I may not have agreed with them at the time, I know that having the experience was good for me. I guess my parents knew some things that I don't, and now we all know for sure that I will have to find a different way to earn a scholarship because sports are not the thing for me. Parents also do other things to show how devoted they are to their kids. My dad spends a lot of time traveling with his work. Last winter he was away for 2 months, and over the summer he was away for about 7 weeks. I can't tell you exactly what he does, but now I have to tell you. But I can tell you that he works to protect the United States from terrorists. It is very hard for me and our family when he goes away for so long, but I know that he is doing it because he wants to make the world a safer place for my sister and me. My Torah portion is from Hosea chapter 14. Hosea was a prophet who lived in the 8th century BCE. Hosea resided and preached in the northern kingdom. Although the northern kingdom was officially known as Israel, Hosea referred to it as Ephraim because his first king belonged to that tribe. A Torah means completion, and it started so that the rest of the Hebrew Bible, not just the Torah portions, would become familiar to the people. Hosea often spoke about the relationship between God and the Israelites, and spoke of how God would take back the people of Israel just as a husband would take back his wife, no matter what they did. It is through this part of my Torah portion that I have mentioned many of the parents who are devoted to their children. I think that God watches over us and helps us to do the right thing. God is devoted to us and will not turn his back on us if we make mistakes. Even as children, when we grow up and become 18 years old, our parents will not just throw us out into the world and turn their backs on us. Although I'm not sure this thing can be said about my parents. Relationships between people can be both good and bad. I think that relationships with good and God are always good. I don't know why that I was born in this place and time and why God has given me to my parents, but I am grateful that God has seen fit to provide me with the parents that I have been given. I am thankful every day for all the blessings and things I have in my life. At this time, I would like to thank Rabbi Dan, all of my religious school teachers, including Mrs. Catler and Mrs. as well as Mark Hoffter for all your patience and guidance. I also want to give a special thanks to Mr. Eric Devin for providing music for our service with such late notice. Last but not least, I especially want to thank my mom and dad and my entire family. They have worked very hard and given me so much support over the past year and especially the past several months. I know it was also a pain for them to have to remind me to practice my Hebrew every day, and sometimes I was not very cooperative. Thank you, Mom, for all the hard work and attention you have given me and playing the great party you're going to have today. Mostly thanks to my entire family for putting up with me and wanting the best for me. I love you all very much, even you, Alexa.
So I told you that you'd be able to do it tomorrow, right? For the last several weeks, Josh has been absolutely ready to do it, and I kept saying to him, you could get up there tomorrow and do it. And then last night he said, could I get up there tomorrow and do it? I said, yeah, you will. So you won't have much choice. Since today's the day. There's a tradition in Judaism that before you start schooling, that the rabbi comes along, or the teacher comes along and puts a drop of honey on your page, and so that the child then takes it and licks it, so that the child learns that learning is sweet. And that continues on year after year. It's not just for children, it's because we as Jews are supposed to learn all the time. Now the bar mitzvah and the bar mitzvah, this is not the end point of Joshua's Jewish experience, this is just the beginning, because we learn all the time. As part of it, but because it is one of the milestones of a Jewish life, we tend to want to make things sweet. And so we began a tradition where we throw candy at the bar mitzvah. And if you see that I'm slowly moving away here, it's because I don't want to get hit.